What's up, friends? So I was just talking to a friend about this for like 30 minutes and I have feelings about it. So we're going to go on a rant. We're going to go on a rant. Our conversation centered around telling a friend that they need help. That they need help with a thing. And I took the position of like, you need to tell them. Your job as a friend, as a partner, as someone who cares about them is to hold them to a standard and to want them to be happy. And this is your job. This is your job. When you love someone, you hold them to a standard that does not allow them to stay in their own way, to stay in their suffering, to stay stagnant, to avoid the work that it takes to live their most meaningful fucking life. They took the opposite stance of, well, I don't think they'll take it well, so I'm not going to tell them. I cannot tell you how angry this makes me. Like, more than angry, it makes me profoundly sad. Like, so sad. Because, one, it goes against my values. Because my value is that if you love someone, you hold them to a standard. And if they get angry by you holding them to that standard, that's okay. That's okay. They're allowed to be angry with the truth. They're allowed to be angry with your perspective, and they're allowed to do nothing about it. They're allowed to say, you know what? I don't hear you and I don't agree with you, so I'm going to do nothing. Amazing. That's your choice. Live your dream. They're allowed to say, hey, I don't like what you said, but I hear you and I'm going to consider it. Amazing. That's your choice. Live your dream. And they're allowed to say, hey, fuck you. Fuck you. You're totally right. I don't want to do shit about it. Amazing. Live your dream. It is not okay to take the coward's route and to say, I'm not going to tell someone something that they very much need to hear because I'm afraid they're going to be mad at me. That makes you a coward. And I say that with love. That makes you a coward. You are willing to stay. You are willing to lie. You're willing to stay in a relationship that enables them to continue their own suffering because you don't want to risk the relationship. That's not a good relationship. That's not a good choice. If the truth damages a relationship, let it go. Let that relationship go. They're doing you a favor. Not that you have to be an asshole, right? And be like, you're crazy. You need help. But it's, hey, here's the thing I'm noticing. I really think you need some help. And I really encourage you to get it because I love you, because I care about you, because my love is conditional. And it's conditional on the fact that you grow, that you heal, that you don't stay where you are not happy. And that you do the work to be happy. That is a condition of my love. My acceptance is unconditional. My love is not. My love is 1,000,000,000% until the day that I die conditional. And if I don't hold that standard for myself, one, I can't hold it for my friends. But if I hold that standard for myself and I don't hold that standard for my friends, I do them no favors. And I allow them to live in suffering? No. That is the wrong choice. Like, you owe the people in your life, including yourself, honesty. Whatever they choose to do with it is on them, but you owe them honesty. You do not owe them enabling. You do not owe them making decisions out of fear that you'll lose them. That's called people pleasing. That is toxic. That is a relationship ruiner. You are making decisions out of fear and not love. That's not okay. That's not a good relationship. We want them to grow. We want them to be happy. That takes work to get there, and not everybody wants to hear it. Not everybody is ready to hear it. That doesn't mean that you don't tell them because they may never be ready. And then you watch them suffer for the rest of their lives because you're too afraid to say something. Fuck off. Stop being a coward with the people in your lives. But first, have integrity. Don't tell people something that you're not doing, right? If you're not doing any work, you can't be like, well, you do work, you go to therapy. Like, obviously, you have to hold a standard for yourself first to then hold it for other people. Otherwise, you have no integrity and you're a liar. So that's not what we're talking about. What we are talking about is that love should be conditional. It should have requirements. It should have standards. And if people aren't meeting them, you need to have a conversation. Hey, you're struggling and you need help. You need to go get it. This is not okay. Otherwise, you're enabling. We all know how that ends up. Okay, you're making decisions out of fear and not out of love, but you're telling yourself it's out of love. Well, I don't want them to be mad at me. I love them too much. I don't want them to be mad because they'll leave and I love them. No. You don't love them enough to risk losing them with the truth. That's a problem. You are lying. You are enabling and you are people pleasing. And that is not okay. That is not love. That is not love, that's control. Like, not that you force somebody to get help. You can't do that, right? Like, they have a choice, but you owe them honesty to say, hey, this is a thing that you need help with. And I hope that you go get that help. It's your choice if you do or don't. But I really think you should. You owe your friends that. You owe your partner that. You owe the people in your life that. Because maybe nobody is telling them. And maybe they'll never be ready without somebody pointing out that observation. So stop making decisions out of fear and telling yourself they're out of love. They're not. You're making decisions out of fear. This is why your relationships are not where you want them to be. Like, you don't have a requirement that they grow, that they heal, that they do whatever they need to do to be happy. And honestly, you probably don't have that requirement for yourself. So if there is something that you need to say to yourself or someone out of love, say it. Don't say, well, I don't want them to be mad. Well, I don't want them to be upset, so I'm just never going to tell them that I want better for them. Yeah, that sounds like a great plan. That sounds like a great plan. Go be honest with the people in your life and with yourself. Again, don't lack integrity. Don't say, well, you need help, but I'm perfect. That's not what this is about. It's saying, I love you so much that I want you to grow and heal. And in order for you to be in my life, I have certain standards. So you don't have to do anything, but I hope that you grow. And I hope that you choose healing. And I hope that you choose to do what makes you happy. Because you deserve that. And so I will tell you the same thing. I hope that you grow. And I hope that you decide, come hell or high water, that you are worth chasing what makes you happy. Because you are. And you may be like, fuck you, Amanda, this is blah, blah, blah. Like, die mad. I literally don't care. Like, you deserve what you deserve, and it's the whole world. But it takes work to get there. And in case nobody has told you, you need help to get there. You need help. That's okay. But don't be miserable and do nothing. I mean, shit, if that's your choice, do it. But, like, don't be surprised when everybody walks away from you. That's not okay. So go be honest with yourself and the people in your life. You deserve it and they deserve it. And that is the definition of love. To say, I love you enough to be honest with you. Even at the risk of you being upset with me. Because my love for you is greater than my fear that you will leave. So go do that. Go do with that what you will. Also, give me your thoughts. Please. Not that you have to. Anyway, love you. Bye.